Welcome one and all to The Basement, where original music rules, and once a month we beam it directly into the homes of music lovers everywhere for an hour of live entertainment. Before I introduce today's act, just a quick reminder, please to like this stream and subscribe to the channel to help us promote future artists. That done, it gives us great pleasure to welcome one of Lincolnshire's finest, a highly original folk singer-songwriter who will also be performing a string of dates across the Midlands during the summer. So if you like what you see here, you can catch him again before much longer. The man in question is Jack Kendrick, and since you're all here for him rather than for me, let's go live.
Hello, my name is Jack Kendrick, and the guy next to me on this box here is Jim Creasy, and we're about to play some songs. The first song is called Society, and hopefully you enjoy it. When I was younger, I didn't know who I was. I was trying different things to fit in. Too happy to be an emo and way too sad to be a hippie, but I was sporty enough to be a jock. I was coasting on the sidelines just trying to fit in, but it didn't matter, I had no luck. Around that time I realized I couldn't give a fuck. I had my hair too long and the music too loud. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. All that time I was never satisfied with the person that I had become. 'Cause I need to be skinny, but I need to be strong. The fire around my waist needs to get gone. It's the only way I could love myself or others could love me. A specific notion of beauty I need to see. At least that's what I've been told off the TV. And I don't care what the papers say, I should be happy in my own skin. I want to be thankful, but I'm frankly disappointed in the way society has been. So I'll pack up my things and I'll head out of this town to find where the beautiful people live. And on my travels I quickly realized the notion of beauty's just a myth. Beauty's in the eyes of the one who's looking at you, and not what some fucking magazine says. So let's break this beauty regime, so we're all trying our best. And I don't care what the papers say, should be happy in my own skin. I want to be thankful, but I'm frankly disappointed in the way society has been. Well, it's been a few years since back then, and I still don't know who I am. All I know is I'm more settled with the person that I've become. But I'm still too happy to be an emo and way too damn sad to be a hippie. And definitely not sporty enough to be a jock. But I'm no longer on the sidelines trying to fit in, 'cause I simply couldn't give a fuck. And I don't care what the papers say, I should be happy in my own skin. I want to be thankful, but I'm frankly disappointed in the way society has been. And I don't care what the papers say, should be happy in my own skin. I want to be thankful, but I'm frankly rather disappointed in the way society has been. So this next song is called Sail On, and this was written after a series of back-to-back nightmares, for lack of a better term, where I was stuck on a pirate ship with people I didn't want to be on a pirate ship with. And I had one saving grace, and it was Mr. Bob Dylan, so I wrote a song about it. So yeah, this is called Sail On. All my dreams are filled with curses and pirate ships, rough and unforgiving seas. Life is for living, so get off your knees. Hold on and pray to who you believe. Surrounded by demons, but they're all my friends. Does that make me invincible, or does it depend? I think I might be crazy, so darling, lay it bare. Are you listening? Are you even there? Let's contain the mountains and the sky. I wonder how long until our ocean is dry. Don't give me that look, this is bigger than you and I. Start counting sheep and stop counting your regrets. It's time to sing along and move along with the rest. You're not a prisoner of your past. It was a lesson, not a sentence, it will pass. It'll pass. So sail on, move along, dream on. Our time will eventually come. But for now, get up, get out and get gone. Sail on, move along, dream on. I don't know who I am, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde. One body with two people inside, neither fully good or totally bad. One's just loud and the other's kinda sad. I'm going nowhere, I work myself to the bone. Life is short, so get the fuck off your phone. One day a family member won't be there. Your phone can't hug you cause it doesn't really care. It doesn't care. So sail on, move along, dream on. Our time will eventually come. But for now, get up, get out and get gone. Sail on, move along, dream on. Because the world can be a horrid place. We have to find beauty in negative space, where the little moments that happen every day will fill the void our own way. So sail on, move along, dream on. Our time will eventually come. But for now, get up, get out and get gone. Sail on, move along, dream on. Sail on, move along, dream on. Our time will eventually come. But for now, get up, get out and get gone. Sail on, move along, dream on. Sail on, sail on. Sail on, sail on. So sail on, move along, dream on. Our time will eventually come. But for now, get up, get out and get gone. Sail on, move along, dream on. Cheers. So this next song is called Favourite Lie, and this was written after I had a particularly crappy mental health day at work. Well, no, an old job. Not that anything went wrong, I just had a bad day. So I wrote a song about it. So yeah, this is called Favourite Lie. Have you ever had those days when you feel like you've been hit with a brick? When the world's falling down and you don't think you can stick to all the commitments that you have made, and some days you just want to hide away from the world, cause we're fucking sick of it. Have you ever had those days when you feel like there's 1,000 tons resting on your two brittle shoulders that are about to break? And if anyone asks, I'll say that I'm fine, and I'll throw in the smile that I've practiced all the time, and I'll say that I'm doing okay. Now hold on to this life. Now keep saying that I'm fine, cause I know it's the perfect lie. Yeah, I know it's my favourite lie. Well, we set our faith in a God we're told to praise, our copyright saviour who never saves the day. But that's okay, it's all part of the plan. There's a bigger picture here that we don't understand, but I personally think that's shit. So I'm gonna face my problems, gonna meet them head on before I get up and get gone. And if anyone asks, I'll say that I'm fine, and I'll throw in that smile that I practice all the time, and I'll say that I'm doing okay. Now hold on to this life. Now keep saying that I'm fine, because I know it's the perfect lie. Yeah, I know it's my favourite lie. Well, we're not in the same boat, we're in the same storm. Everybody's got the problems, just some have more. And I'm trying to keep my head just above the surface, but with each coming wave I've started to notice that I might need a little help. Do you need a little help? So I'll hold on to this life, and I'll keep saying that I'm fine, because I know it's the perfect lie. Yeah, I know it's my favourite lie. Now hold on to this little life. Now keep saying that I'm fine, cause maybe one day I'll be the truth and not a lie. Yeah, one day it will be the truth and not a lie. Cheers. I'll bring it down a little bit. So this next song is called Ready or Not. And even though I'm not from here, I grew up in Lincolnshire. So this is a song about growing up there and basically dealing with what life gives you and getting on with it. So yeah, this song's called Ready or Not. The flatlands of Lincolnshire is where I roam. From the fields to the sea, it's where I call home. The people, the places, the all too familiar faces, the cathedral to the coast, it's all that I know. Well, I started off this trade with 6 strings and my voice. Well, that's how it started. Now I'm making some noise. Well, I will say this out loud, and I will say this with pride. If I die tomorrow, at least I can say I fucking tried. Because we're not here for a long time, we're just here for a good time. So let's do the best with what we've got, because life is coming if you're ready or not. All the people I used to call my friends, I remember those nights that we used to spend around the fire, sharing stories, sharing drinks, pouring our hearts to one another, bringing us to the brink. And I hope that you're okay, and life is going your way. I know we've not spoken in years, but I'm still in your corner giving you a cheer, because I know that life can be hard. No one cares and not knowing exactly who you are. But can't you say this out loud and with some pride? If you die tomorrow, can at least you say you tried? Because we're not here for a long time, we're just here for a good time. So let's do the best with what we've got, because life is coming if you're ready or not. Because we're not here for a long time, we're just here for a good time. So let's do the best with what we've got, because life is coming if you're ready or not. And oh, if I could talk to my younger self, I would let them know, even though the days will get dark, it will get better. I hope to God it gets better. Because we're not here for a long time, we're just here for a good time. So let's do the best with what we've got, because life is coming if you're ready or not. Because we're not here for a long time, we're just here for a good time. So let's do the best with what we've got, because life is coming if you're ready or not. Cheers. Sweaty in here. Anyway, so this next song, there's a quick turn in the lyrics, but this song's called I Hate Lying, and this is available online if anyone's interested. But yeah, this song deals with my mental health mainly. I've been struggling with it for 12 years, and wrote a song about it to try and help deal with it. So yeah, this song's called I Hate Lying. I'm a musician who lacks the friends to form a band, so I tell everyone I'm a singer-songwriter instead. Life didn't go exactly according to plan, but that's okay, cause it never usually does. Anyway, I spent a few years trying to drink myself to death. It wasn't romantic or poetic. I used to think it would find my body on the floor. I try not to think like that anymore, but some days it gets real hard. And I'll happily commit social suicide, but refuse to die, despite those who say, why do you even try? And on those days when I'm struggling to be myself, I adopt the personality of somebody else. So I wanna say everything'll be okay, but I really hate lying, saying only God can judge me. It hasn't aged very well, cause I'm pretty sure he thinks you're a dick as well. We need to teach boys it's okay to cry. Why is being feminine so bad for a guy? This display of toxic masculinity really doesn't do anything for me. So I wanna say everything will be okay, but I really hate lying, saying only God can judge me. It hasn't aged very well, 'cause I'm pretty sure he thinks you're a dick as well. I wanna say everything will be okay, but I really hate lying, saying only God can judge me. It hasn't aged very well, 'cause we all know he thinks that you're a dick as well. Thank you. So, this next song is called Pessimistic Optimist, and it's the best way I can describe myself. So, yeah, without further ado, this is Pessimistic Optimist. Thinking of new ways of how to be unhappy. What the fuck's the point? Life does that anyway. Just give it time. We need to push through. Enjoy the little things. And I need to believe dreams can come true. 'Cause I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my dreams will come true, but they'll kick me in the balls when they do. I said, I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my glass is empty, but it will always be refilled. When I was 16, me and my best friend, we had a plan to travel the world in this beat-up car. It's safe to say it didn't work out, but we don't even talk anymore. I can't remember the reasons what we fell out for, but we need to push through. Enjoy the little things. And I need to believe dreams can come true. 'Cause I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my dreams will come true, but they'll kick me in the balls when they do. I said, I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my glass is empty, but it will always be refilled. I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my dreams will come true, but they'll kick me in the balls when they do. I said, I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my dreams will come true, but they'll kick me in the balls when they do. I said, I'm a pessimistic optimist. Yeah, my glass is empty, but it will always be refilled.
Jack, welcome to the basement.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Not at all. It's been a great pleasure. Very enjoyable first set.
Thank you. It's been very good being here. I've really enjoyed it so far.
I'm afraid the weather has made it quite warm up there on the...
Yeah, I am definitely very much sweaty.
On the moist side, by
I wouldn't have anyone come near me.
Oh, well. So the songs you've been playing for us today, they've got I mean, obviously you sort of sit in the folk idiom to a certain extent, but really what you do is very contemporary. A lot of your lyrics are, obviously there's some confessional elements to that. Do you think of yourself as a confessional songwriter predominantly? You were talking about your own sort of mental health stuff.
I think now more than I used to, because when I first started songwriting, I definitely wrote stories and not anything about myself.
Okay, characters rather
than... I think there was elements that bled in there, but definitely now it's more confessional. I use it as a form of therapy. I really do. And I think it's been a really constructive way of doing it.
It is. It's a good system for that, I think.
Yeah, it really is.
Also, a lot of your stuff, you talk about social media, you talk about like people obsession with their mobile phones and stuff like that. So what is it to bring the kind of folk idiom up to the modern day with a lot of the kind of modern, I suppose, issues and the fallout from the digital age, as it were, into a kind of folk context?
I don't know. So for me, it's just I have my issue with social media is that they target a younger audience that I don't really think should be on.
Well, you are on social media after all, so you can't completely hate it.
I think social media definitely has its place, and it has been amazing. I have met so many good musicians and found so much original material out there, and I'm happier for it. But I think the thing that's wrong is, I don't want to use weaponized, but it's definitely targeted at a younger audience, and it can make people feel very insecure. Like I mentioned, in society, like I remember like growing up as a kid, and I didn't trying to, like everyone, you're trying to find your place. But then I think social media has multiplied that by 1,000 and makes kids feel like they have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, or they just won't fit in.
Yeah, I suppose the constant feed of photography.
Yeah, and a lot of it's fake. That's the problem. No one really looks like half of the pictures that are on there, and social media definitely is one of those places where you put your best self forward. You don't put all the ugly bits and stuff like that. So I think everyone forgets about that, and I think all I'm trying to do is like bring it to light that just because it's online doesn't necessarily mean it's true, or that the online version of yourself is definitely a glorified version of yourself. Massively. And I admit that everything on mine's like roses and sunshine, or in my personal life, and definitely mental health wise, it's not been. Like I've said, I struggled for years and I still do, but it's a case of just letting people know that not everything's going to be perfect. No, I don't think it should be. Life needs to be messy sometimes, and that's where you can find the good bits.
Indeed, yeah. And the second song you played for us today was about a dream about a pirate ship, where you mentioned Bob Dylan, and I think you've sort of mentioned him in a couple of songs by now in our discussion as well. What's your kind of relationship with Dylan's music and the kind of influences you have?
Weirdly, Dylan isn't a massive influence on me.
He just saved you from a pirate ship for some reason.
Yeah, I don't actually know what. I think I was listening to a bit of Bob Dylan at the time, and he just appeared in the dream. But I definitely have a lot of respect for Dylan, and I mean, it's weird. I class him more of a poet than like a lyricist, and that, because when you just take his lyrics and you can read them, it is like poetry. So that's my thing with Dylan. But I've got influences who have been influenced by him, because that was something I've always really enjoyed, where an artist I've really liked, I try and then find who they've liked and who's influenced them. And I go back, and I always try and do that.
Oh, that's a rabbit hole you can go down for a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been. It's definitely got me down a big rabbit hole occasionally.
And so obviously you're part of the folk scene. You played around. You're from Lincolnshire,
yes,
and you play around like Lincolnshire a fair amount and further afield. How's the folk scene sort of changed over the period of time you've been involved?
It's weird. So there's definitely sections that want to keep folk music very traditional and like the storytelling aspect. And then you get the other side that as soon as you got an acoustic guitar, they class you as a folk musician.
Yeah, that's it.
And I love traditional folk music because I love the fact it's got this whole story element, and you can follow it start to finish, and that's what I try and do with a lot of my songs. Whether I succeed or not, it's up to you. But it's there, and it's it's weird. There's a place for everyone, I think, in the folk scene, and the section that folk punk was thrown at me a few times. Which
right, okay.
I didn't even know it was a thing until someone went, "You're very folk punk." And I was like, "What's that?" And then that was a rabbit hole in itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of DIY folky punk aspect, it's definitely a big community. It's great. I've been to a lot of gigs, and it's felt homely. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but you kind of feel at ease
at
those gigs where I love metal and stuff like that, and I go to metal shows, and it's a similar kind of vibe where everyone's in it because they love the music, and it's that's the whole reason you're there. And I feel like it's starting to go that way towards the folk scene, where it's not like you versus them, or you're a different
or it's
musician.
just
it's starting to
kept clique of
it's
people who only play traditional songs.
Well, the aspect I've found of it, I've been very welcoming. So I mean, there's probably bits out there, like everyone finds someone, but so far I've been good, and I found everyone that's been very, very welcoming, and I'll take whatever advice I can get from any musician, because I think if you feel like you're not learning or stopped learning, that's kind of where you're failing. I think you're always learning something.
Yeah,
so I always go for that.
And the DIY ethos you just mentioned, obviously you have a home studio and you record, you've got a load of stuff out on Spotify and on the streaming platforms. How long does it take between writing a song, recording it, and getting it out there? Are you able to? Is that a really streamlined thing you've got going on?
It can be. It depends purely on how my ADHD is feeling. Sometimes it can be very quickly and streamlined, but I've always have this thing with my music where I doubt a lot of it, and especially now because it's a lot more personal and things like that. I'm like, oh, is it too much? Because I think we had a brief conversation earlier where I mentioned I've had someone complain about some of my lyrics and things like that. So it's a case of I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but at the same time, I don't want to be disingenuous to myself.
No, cool.
But going back to your original point, it can be very quickly streamlined, but because I doubt everything, I always take them out first and I'll gig them for a while, and then I'll get around to recording them.
You come from an audio engineering background anyway, don't you? So you don't just find yourself tweaking the guitar tone forever. I can do. I'm terrible for it, but I
can, especially drums. It is the typical meme of a snare. I can work on a snare for hours. You'll find little bits, and I think for my own music, I find it easier to get someone else to mix it. I'm happy to mix someone else's, and I can do that. But then with myself, I'm overly critical, I think. Nothing's ever good enough.
Fixated on details that don't really matter to anybody else.
It really is that.
And they bug you, I find acoustic guitars are my worst enemy, personally.
That's fair.
And I love them, but, just I can never quite get them like I want them. And you've got quite a lot of gigs coming out. You've got a fair amount of stuff going over the summer. So where can our viewers at home catch up with you live over the next couple of months?
Next week, next Saturday, the 15th of July, I'm going to be playing Belper at the Nailed It Festival. I'm playing at 2 stages. I'm playing at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. The names of the stages completely escape me.
It'll be on the programme.
I'll be there. It's definitely on the programme. You can find Nailed It Belper Festival and it'll be on there.
Cool.
Then in October, I've got a few other little pub gigs in between that, and that's mainly Lincoln. I think I'm towards Nottingham as well. No, Sheffield was cancelled because they double booked. But there's a few other bits. And then October is my biggest one to date, and I still feel like I need to be pinched that it's happening. So the person I'm wearing, Gaz Brookfield, I am jumping on tour on the first 2 dates of his morning walking club tour in October.
Fantastic.
And that's the 5th and 6th. The 5th is in Leicester at the Musician, and the 6th is at the Greystones in Sheffield.
Cool. And how did that come about?
Very weirdly, I was at Gaz was playing in Lincoln, and I went to his gig because I was going to go already, and then I had a CD with me, and I thought, do I want to be cheeky? So I put my email in it, sent, and at the end of the show, I handed in the CD and just went, if you have a chance to listen by any means, I'd love to come out and support you and stuff like that. I didn't really think a whole lot of it, and give it a couple months, he then sent me an email saying, right, I'm arranging a tour. Do you want to come do a show? And I said yes. And then he was looking for another musician for one of the other shows. I was like, I'll do it. I'll do them both. So I ended up doing it that way. So it's It's just it's so weird because I followed Gads for years.
Don't ask then.
Yeah, it was kind of how I thought. I was like, well, the worst thing you can say is no.
Yeah, or just ignore me completely.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'll live with that. It's not an issue.
Fair enough. Oh well, no, congratulations for that. I'm sure it's going to be an excellent show.
Well, I hope so. It's going to be a weird one for me, but it should be really good.
Yeah, don't doubt it. And you've got some more recordings coming out. You've got some more EPs coming out. What's on the horizon for the rest of the year?
So I've got 2 EPs that will be coming out. I have not got a set date for them yet, and then I've got a full album coming out. That's going to be a full band release, and the album should be released before the 5th of October. That's the start of that, and there might even be a music video for it.
Cool.
Depending on how quick we get through everything.
We like video stuff here in the basement.
Yeah, I could very much tell. But music videos is definitely going to be a new one for me, but it should be a very interesting thing to do. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Cool. So people can catch up with you on Instagram and Facebook, Jack Kendrick Music.
Yep.
And all your materials on Spotify. There'll be some new stuff coming out soon.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for playing for us and for jumping in at fairly short notice, because unfortunately we had a cancellation and Jack volunteered to step in and bail us out on this occasion.
He had to fight me off with a stick. So, no, thank you for having us. I really appreciate it.
So, it's been great talking to you, but we're here for the music.
Very true.
How about we have your second set?
Yes, not a problem at all. I'm going to down some water and let's do that.
Fantastic.
And I know I'm not gonna be Freddie Mercury, and that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be Dylan or Bowie or Turner, it seems, and that's fine by me. I'm happy just being uncomfortable me. On the west I was born, in the east I was raised. The north is now where I live, in the south I'm yet to gaze. I never was a quiet child, I always wanted more. I was forever asking questions, driving my teachers up the wall. And I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, and that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be.
Hello, I'm back. I'm going to play some more songs. So this next song is called I'll Be Alright. And this came about after a very heavy drunken night in Boston. And then I woke up in Sheffield. And I still have no idea how that happened. So I wrote a song about it. And this is called I'll Be Alright. Sunday morning, lying on the floor in a stranger's place that I'd never been before. I can't quite remember the night before, it's all blurred into one. So I root through my pockets as I look for some change to get the train back, but it's gonna be a pain with the Sunday hours not being the same. So I start to make my way back. My mates and no one can be found, so I head out the door, make my way into town. The bar's on my phone and no one around on this cold Sunday. And on the way back I thought to myself, I can't keep doing this, not good for my health. I'm getting pretty sick and not remembering my nights. I'm waking up with bruises cause I keep starting fights. So listen up, listen now, scream these words out loud. I'll be fine, just need some time to get this right. I'll be alright, the end's in sight. I'll be alright. So I finally get some bars and I call Jamie up. She lets me know how much I fucked up with the bridges that I've burnt and the ones I can mend, but it's all still coming to an end. And on the way back I thought to myself, I can't keep doing this, not good for my health. I'm getting pretty sick and not remembering my nights. My head feels fuzzy and I don't feel right. So listen up, listen now, scream these words
out loud. I'll be fine. Just need some time to get things right. I'll be alright. The end's in sight. I'll be alright. So listen to me, cause you can fix yourself. It's not all about your physical health. The real damage is being kept inside. It's buried deep inside your mind. So listen up, listen now. Scream these words out loud. I'll be fine. Just need some time to get this right. I'll be alright. The end's in sight. I'll be alright. I'll be fine. Just need some time to get this right. I'll be alright. The end's in sight. I'll be alright. Cheers. So this next song is called My Bones, and I don't ever really play this one live, so this is going to be interesting. But this is available online as well, same as the last song. So yeah, this is called My Bones. Amy's smoking by the window, wondering what went wrong, while Frank's playing in the back room, lover and song. Now I'm searching for my keys along the Skegness coast, cause I threw them in a fit of rage, trying to scare off all my ghosts. Maybe it's not all that bad. I can now move on and you can fix things with your dad. Now Amy, maybe this was a test. Our relationship was a train wreck or a car crash at best. Now I hear those voices calling me back. The cigarettes and alcohol and a morning of regret. So this is the last thing I'll write for you, cause I might be a sinner, but I sure ain't no quitter. So I'm gonna see this through. I'm too young to feel this old, but I feel the raw inside my bones. To be broken is to be human. Well, what a fucking farce. Let's put ourselves back together and go back to the start. Go back to the start. You weren't the light of my life. You were my whole damn sun. And this pain that I feel, well, it's almost one. And I'm trying to hold on with all that I've got. So loan me some strength so I can carry on. Nowadays I have more tattoos than friends, and I push them all away before they can leave me in the end. And I know that's just how it goes. I will don't move on and I'll stay stuck inside this hole. So Amy, this is the last thing I'll write for you, cause I might be a sinner, but I sure ain't no quitter. So I'm gonna see this through. start. 'Cause I am not the same person I was a few years ago, although I'm still struggling to get by. But I will do better than this with 3 simple words. We'll break this wretched curse and start again. And I might be a sinner, but I sure ain't no quitter. So I'm gonna see this through. 'Cause I'm too young to feel this old, but I feel the raw inside my bones. To be broken is to be human. Well, what a fucking farce. Let's put ourselves back together and go back to the start. Go back to the start. Cheers. So this next song is called Same Mistakes, and it's a lot more upbeat than the other one, I promise. So this is about if you were given a chance to do life all over again, would you do things the exact same way, or would you try and do things a little bit differently? So yeah, I wrote a song about it. 1, 2, 3. Where'd you think you're going? Is it heaven or is it hell? Did you have a good life? Did you live it well? Was it one full of love or one full of hate? Are things starting to look a little too late? What did you want to get out of life? Did you want some fun or just to stay alive? Well, that's your options and it's up to you. I know what I would prefer to do. If you had the chance to do it all again, would you make the same mistakes and keep the same friends? Or would you do things differently this time around? Make different choices, but this is what I found. So love like you mean it. Hate, you don't need it. So pick yourself up off the ground. Let's get ready for another round of this game that we call life. Well, no one ever makes it out alive. We all go to the same place after we die. This vessel is battered and bruised. I'm full of scars and I'm full of ink, but I don't have to think, 'cause if I had the chance to do it all again, I'd make all the same mistakes and I'd keep the same friends. No, I haven't had a perfect life, but it's mine, it's who I am, and I do that shit again. that there's things I don't regret. I won't give the details, but my life's really a mess. And I know it's because of me. The worst things happen, they say. So love like you mean it. Hate, well you don't need it. So pick yourself up off the ground and let's get ready for another round of this game that we call life. So love like you mean it. Hate, well you don't need it. So pick yourself up off the ground and let's get ready for another round of this game that we call life. That game that we call life. Cheers. So this next song's called It's Just Me, and I wrote this about 14 years ago, maybe a little longer, and I've been playing it ever since. So yeah, it's called It's Just Me. People tell me to follow my dreams, but it's not as easy as it seems. I found that out the hard way. And all apologies it seems. If I'm not like you, then it means I made a bad dream. I come as I am, and I go as I please. I am who I am, I don't aim to please. I've stayed away, 'cause you drained me. I am who I am, and that is me. I am who I am, and that is me. Touch the skyline, sure you see, I'm not crazy, I'm just me now, having no other way. When daylight comes to go, I won't stay. I'd be longer if there wasn't something in the way. I am who I am, and I go as I please. I am who I am, I don't aim to please. I've stayed away, 'cause you drained me. I am who I am, and that is me. I am who I am, and that is me. So where did you sleep last night? I walked out of the dark, came into the light. Your tears won't make me stay. I'd be longer if there wasn't something in the way. I am who I am, and I go as I please. I am who I am, I don't aim to please. I've stayed away, 'cause you drained me. I am who I am, and that is me. I am who I am, and that is me. One, two, three, four. Cheers. Oh, now another fast one. So, this is a newer song of mine, actually. This song, well, I say newer. I wrote it before Jim and well, we should have a bassist here, but he's not here. Cullen was ever a part of this. But this song's called Be Myself and I. And yeah, this one is literally for anyone who's ever played music, so yeah. Well, I've played 100 shows, and I'm gonna play 100 more, to a room full of people that don't care what I stand for. And even though it is just me, myself and Jim, this one goes out to every musician who at least gave it a try. So go and grab your six strings, your bass or your drum, or you can scream out at the top of your lungs, cause music is for every single person on this earth. Doesn't care where you were born, your religion or your worth. So just remember this, the next time that you play it could be you up here singing on the stage. So go and play your own way. You can't do this wrong anyway. Some people won't like the things that you write, but that's okay. Fuck them anyway and go and play your own way. I miss when I was younger, when playing was for fun. Didn't worry where I was going if I offended anyone. But nowadays I sit at home, my eyes glued to a screen. I'm watching all these numbers, don't know what the fuck they mean. But I will try my best to go back to those days when it was me, myself and I, and my guitar on a stage. Cause music is for every single person on the earth. Doesn't care where you were born, your religion or your worth. So just remember this, the next time that you play, there's no difference between you and I, except I'm on a stage. So go and play your own way. You can't do this wrong anyway. Some people won't like the things that you write, but that's okay. Fuck them anyway and go and play your own way. And play your own way. You can't do this wrong anyway. Some people won't like the things that you write, but that's okay. Fuck them anyway and go and play your own way. Oh, you might as well give it a try. You may as well before you die. So grab the guitar that's sitting in the corner, tune it up and put your thoughts in order and go and play your own way. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a swig. But so this is my last song. This song is called Untold Truths, and this is literally about just being true to you, and because you can't be anyone else, you've got to be you, and you've got to be wonderfully weirdly you, so what's the point? So yeah, this song's called Untold Truths, which is available if you want to listen to it. Well, I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. On the west, I was born. On the east, I was raised. The north is now where I live, and the south I'm yet to gaze. I never was a quiet child, I always wanted more. Forever asking questions, driving my teachers up the wall. But surely curiosity is better than being complacent. I had 1,000 questions back then, but I didn't have the patience for someone to explain to me what exactly is so great about living on this floating rock that's flying throughout space. But if we open our eyes just a little wider, then we'll see the world's far more kinder than we originally thought it was. So let's do our part and be the best of us. Well, I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be Dylan or Bowie happy just being uncomfortable me. So I'm gonna sing my songs, I'm gonna play this guitar. I know it won't get me very far at all, but it's my culture, life's my show. The world my stage, the kitchen my studio. It's all I know. I still believe in love and magic and hope it seems, and this fairy tale they're splitting at the seams. So let's open our eyes just a little wider, then we'll see the world's far more kinder than we originally thought it was. So let's do our part and be the best of us. Well, I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be Dylan or Bowie or Turner it seems, and that's fine by me. I'm happy just being uncomfortable me. Well, many years ago I laid in the road with a girl that I barely know. We talked about unspoken truths, about love and drugs, the people we knew, and how much we wish we didn't know. And for that night I thought things would be okay. Now this is all I have to say. Well, I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be Dylan or Bowie or Turner it seems, and that's fine by me. I'm happy just being uncomfortable me. And I know I'm not gonna be Kurt Cobain or Freddie Mercury, that's fine by me. I'm just a watered down punk with an acoustic, you see. I know I'm not gonna be Dylan or Bowie or Turner it seems, and that's fine by me. I'm happy just being uncomfortable me. Thank you very much. My name's been Jack Kendrick, who have been you. Hopefully you enjoy and find all my stuff online and all that crap. Thank you very much, cheers.
What an awesome set from Jack, and we're looking forward to catching him again before the summer is out. Next month we will be hosting a band who fuse punk and grunge and take no prisoners in the process, the mighty Paranoid Alice. You can find their debut album Mental Illness for the Masses on Spotify, and we'll see you here for more original music live in the basement next month. So until then, don't stop thinking about tomorrow, even if you don't like Mondays. Bye bye.